Welcome everyone back to another episode of A Muggle with a Mic. Katie here, and this is a very special May the 4th be with you episode. We're of course talking about Mandalorian season 3, and who else to have on the podcast but our regular guest, Robbie. Hey Robbie.
Yeah, hey, well, how's it going, guys? Glad to be back.
Great.
Happy May the 4th to everybody.
Yeah.
And there's another voice we heard. Who could that be? Could that be our special guest, Star Wars artist and super fan, Kris Penix? Hey, Kris.
Hey, nice to be with you guys. It's great.
Good to have you.
Oh yeah,
Good to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here. We don't have Phil here, but you're an amazing, what would you call it? Substitute. There we go.
There we go.
So, Kris, can you tell us a little bit about why we might have you on the episode for Star Wars?
Yeah, because I'm kind of a Star Wars super nerd, and probably dangerously so. Probably unhealthy levels of Star Wars fandom, but I'm also a Star Wars trading card artist, and I paint Star Wars stuff for Topps trading cards all the time. I'm constantly painting. So, yeah.
Do you just have a backlog of stuff and you just send them stuff, or are you just constantly drawing?
No, I am constantly drawing and painting, but I have assigned subjects that they give me, and I go off of a list. Usually the list expands out to half a year. Sometimes it can be a couple months. It varies.
Oh, neat.
But
I saw your. I'm assuming it's a recent one, but of Pedro Pascal, aka Mando.
Yeah,
that
was super cool.
The hair, the little curls in his hair.
Yeah. No, that's the product I work on is called the Living Set, and that Pedro Pascal was card number 400 that we've done. It's just me and one other artist that work on this set. He's a friend of mine named Carlos. He lives down in Orlando. He's so good, such a nice guy too. But it's just me and him tackling pretty much every named Star Wars character that's canon.
Wow, that's awesome.
We paint them. So,
how, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been on that job? How long have you been doing that for Topps?
This job I started at the beginning, around my birthday of 2019.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Yeah, this particular job. I did stuff for Topps before that, but this current job, I've been on him since the beginning of 2019. It started releasing in June of that year.
Gotcha. That's
so it
fantastic.
hadn't been done before then.
Not this particular set, no. And up until I think it was card 223, it was just me releasing 2 cards a week through Topps.
Wow.
And it's kind of weird, but because I think it's because of Disney Plus and everything, Lucasfilm licensing got kind of backed up, and they weren't able to approve my stuff as quickly as I would like. So they threw another artist on the set to help me out, and now we just kind of tag team it, and it's been really good.
Awesome.
That's so neat. I'm going to start collecting them now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told Katie the same thing as well. Like, this is definitely going to spawn a new collection. In my basement, I have an entire collection of Star Wars memorabilia. So
yeah.
Trading cards are definitely going to be getting added to my collection. So
yeah, great. I mean, new cards go on their website every Tuesday. So.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Taco Tuesday and Star Wars Trading Card Tuesday.
Topps Tuesday. Yeah.
Topps Tuesday. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, so we're really excited to have you on here, Kris, to talk Star Wars. But before we get started, let's do our mug section.
Okay.
So why don't we have Robbie? Why don't you go first with your mug?
All right. So mine, if you want to call it a mug today, I guess it is. So it's from the Geeky Tikis. This is not one of their like character mugs, but it has like it's like a scenery mug. So it's got the cantina, and it's got all
nice.
the characters kind of stylized in the Geeky Tiki form. So that's my drinking vessel of the day.
Robbie knows this. Kris is going to learn it. I'm still learning things about Star Wars. So you're going to have to tell me what Geeky Tiki is.
So I think you shared. Don't you have like a Jawa?
Oh, is that what that is?
That I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the video. Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
There we are. Yeah.
So you got a Geeky Tiki.
I did not know that's what it's called.
Yeah, they're just a collecting line they probably do other Star Wars thing or other things other than Star Wars, but they do make several Geeky Tiki Star Wars vessels. So.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
We got both mugs covered for that one.
That's right. Yeah.
I also have its twin is back here on the shelf. If you can,
okay.
it's
yeah.
there. But I was gonna get both of them, but I thought as a special thing, since I've used this mug about 3 times, this might be the 3rd time. This is the look on people's faces when they steal stuff.
Yeah. And then try to sell it back to them.
Yes. You know, they're smart business people. I'm just saying.
Yeah. They've got it figured out.
Yeah.
All right, Kris, what do you have for your drinking vessel?
It's so funny that this is a segment on the show because I always get scolded by my wife for buying yet another geeky mug. You know, it just seems to be a thing, you know.
Yep.
But the one that I have, my daughter got for me a few weeks ago. It's it's from
Black
Disney
Fire.
World.
Disney.
Yeah. She got that down in Florida. The Jackson marching band went down there a couple weeks ago, and she got to hang out at Galaxy's Edge. And she brought me back a Black Spire Outpost mug.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is super cool.
love it.
Because
The design's really cool of that.
Yeah,
The black with the white. Yeah.
man, they know what they're doing down there with all that new stuff.
yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, my daughter, her name's Lily. She brought that back and a few other Star Wars things. So pretty excited to get that.
What instrument does she play?
She plays. She's right there.
I play the clarinet.
Woodwinds, yeah.
She plays the clarinet. Yeah.
I'm a saxophone, so I'm like
I
a cousin.
Yeah, I played saxophone briefly in junior high. Yeah.
Nice.
My son, who's younger than my daughter, he plays the trombone. So.
Oh, brass. My sister played the
play
trumpet.
nothing.
You play the soundtrack to Star Wars.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
yeah.
you play.
Yeah. Hey, brass is good for that.
It
True.
is. It is. It's ironic that you mentioned that because I was going to do a joke, and we may cut this out. But I did not realize the Mando soundtrack that is just a recorder.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten, but now that you bring it up again, yeah.
I thought it was some like tribal instrument or something.
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
it's literally just a recorder. So
There it is.
I tried it, and it basically sounded like, you know, that the TikTok videos where it starts out with the Titanic theme and then it switches
yeah.
over to the recorder sound. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it.
Right.
All right. Well, let's do something a little special. Actually, Robbie, can you
Mhm.
update us on Star Wars Celebration news? Anything that we
Absolutely.
need to talk about?
There was a ton of news. Are we going to look at the Ahsoka?
You want to do that before?
Well, no.
You're
okay,
the
no,
captain
that's
now,
fine.
Robbie.
We'll look at the Ahsoka footage after, but basically that was what was headlined That headlined the celebration this year to me. It was the Ahsoka trailer and then the announcement of 3 new Star Wars films, which really surprised me because I don't know. I guess I was just expecting maybe a film to be announced, but we've had so many just, I don't know. I guess you could call them failed or not failed projects, but just scrap projects that kind of are in development, and then they find out it's not going to work, so then they go back to development. But I was just super like happy to hear three new Star Wars movies are coming. One of them is going to be, and I think this is probably what we'll see in theaters first, is going to be a Rey movie, 15 years after The Rise of Skywalker.
Are you excited they're doing something about Rey? Robbie's not. Facial expressions tell all.
I'm optimistic. I wouldn't say I'm excited. Like, if you would give me just like a blank canvas of what I would want to see in a Star Wars movie, like Rey post Return of the Jedi would be further down the list. I think though that it's good that they did say it's 15 years after, so I think that gives it breathing room, like to get away from the main saga and kind of give us a fresh, if you want to call it a reboot, or just like a fresh restart with those characters.
A lot could have happened in that time.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what about you, Chris? Or what do you think about that movie?
I love it. I love the whole premise, what little they've given us. Because I always, after The Rise of Skywalker, I thought, it would be perfect if the next movie with these characters would be Rey rebuilding a type of Jedi Order. And then I thought, there's so many, thanks to Disney Plus and stuff that's come along, there's so many characters that could be tied into that.
True.
Like a lot of people have mentioned Grogu could possibly be in it. But I mean, you could have, if she doesn't die, you could have like an elder Ahsoka, and Ezra.
You're getting my wheels turning now, man. I see what you're saying.
They could even bring in Cal Kestis from the video game released today. A lot of people have wanted to see him transition to live action. So I think it's got a lot of potential.
Okay, I agree with you. And I think it would be great if they could bring Finn back as well and see him begin his Jedi training, because it was, I mean, I thought we would see that in the sequels, and it just never developed. But I think that would make sense as well. To see him as a Jedi. But
I agree totally.
And
Girl's
then
perspective, I want the female at the helm, so I want her to succeed all the way. And so I feel like they let us down a little bit with the sequels as with her. And I hope this is a second chance for her. All right, what else at the celebration?
So then the last movie it's basically like a Dawn of the Jedi movie, by James Mangold. And that's going to go back, if this timeline, I was looking up a little bit more detail. The timeline I saw said 25,000 years before the Phantom Menace. So we're talking like
dinosaur Jedi.
We're talking the very like birthplace of Jedi. So that statement alone, it sure excites me. So I can't imagine. I don't even want to speculate on how that can happen.
If they are trying to show Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order, do you think that they'll tie that in somehow to how she rebuilds it? Like her, I don't know. This is just a novice person thinking of something.
Well, and Chris, maybe you can remember too. In The Last Jedi, when Luke is on, I'm blanking on the island planet that he's on.
Octo.
Yeah. That Jedi temple had like an image, and it wasn't talked about in the film at all, but it was supposed to be referencing what they called the Prime Jedi. Is that?
They've. I think you're about to mention it. They've kind of used that image, right?
Yeah. When they announced the film, they actually used that image that was from
thing on the floor.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think there'll be ties loosely, maybe, or I don't know. I think it'll be exciting. I mean, James Mangold has made some killer movies. Logan. I don't know if you guys have seen Logan.
Oh. With
That-
this guy.
Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah. And then what was it? Ford versus Ferrari. I think he.
Oh.
I don't want to put that out there. Let me fact check.
Here,
this one.
I'll look it up. You can
Okay.
go.
But anyways, his body of work. I mean, I think it could be fun to see what he movies and.
Oh, he directed 310 to Yuma. That's one of my favorites. He also did multiple X-Men films, The Wolverine, Logan, Walk the Line.
Oh, okay.
I don't see. Oh yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah.
Ford Ferrari.
Which I love both of those movies, and like I'm kind of weird. Like outside of Star Wars viewing, I'm kind of picky. So like, I don't know. To have movies that I like that aren't Star Wars, I think that speaks highly for him. So I'm a snob when it comes to other movies. Like I'll watch other movies, but I don't ever like get the feelings I get when I watch a Star Wars movie. But
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
I'm kind of the same.
I'm
Kinda
glad
the
I'm not
same.
alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. And
I
then,
like all movies.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of watching movies,
Oh no, I totally get it.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's just something about a Star Wars movie that gets you excited.
It's
So,
like
There's
you're
a-
at home in a galaxy far, far away.
that's right.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's true. Yeah, there are a lot of movie series and everything that I just really love, but nothing compares to Star Wars for me.
Yep.
That's all comfort food all the time.
All right, let's watch Ahsoka real quick. Say
Let's
what
do
we
it.
think, and then we'll get into Mando.
All right.
Let's see if I did this technology correctly.
I have faith.
Here we go. Okay, we're gonna go to get ready for the fancy transition. Oh, Robbie's not on it. It's just Kris. I don't know how that happened. Oh, there I am.
There.
I had Ahsoka ready in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a story. Kind of hit the wall to your right, and that'll move your image over.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ahsoka trailer in 3, 2, 1.
Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning. For some, war. For others, power.
It's been a while. Things have changed. I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire. We have to prepare for the worst. The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Transition.
That was yeah. That's right.
All right. Well, there we are, guys. Thanks so much for talking Star Wars tonight.
Yeah, this
Thank
was
you.
awesome. Yeah, thanks for having us, Katie.
It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for the invite.
Oh, no, thank you for accepting. And also, Kris, if anyone wants to get trading cards, where can they get them at? And where can they follow you to see all your artwork?
Tops.com. You'll have to search for the living set, and 2 new cards hit every Tuesday between 9 a.m. and noon. They're up for a week, then they're gone.
Oh, wow.
And then the next week you get two new ones. So
Wow.
tops.com for living set cards. And to follow me, you would want to look for my Facebook groups, the best place to see my art. That is the art of Kris Penix, and it's Kris. So
Awesome. I've already followed you, sir.
Yep. Same here.
Great.
Everyone else go do it too.
great.
Yeah. It's worth
Appreciate
it. Here, I got a little sample here. I forgot to show this at the beginning, but they were
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yes, that's the flyer for my show uptown.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I've even got this one. I forgot to do this. I was so excited you were on here. I forgot to get all my show and tell items. But I got someone got this for me. Oh,
Right.
there's my computer. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'm jealous.
It's my Luke.
It looks like a photo, guys. The detail on his wrinkles on his jacket and the stone. It's awesome. Everybody should get some.
I'll definitely be investing in me some living set cards. I guarantee it.
Oh,
It's so funny. Here's a quick story before we go.
yeah.
I've got so many crazy stories from Tops. They send us a list of characters. This recent list, they wanted me to paint Cassian Andor's mother, but as a brick after she died. They wanted me to paint the
Wow.
brick, and I said, no, I don't want to paint a brick. I don't think a brick's going to sell that well.
Marva.
Yeah. So I mean,
That is crazy.
they're like, okay, maybe it is a good idea that you paint Marva instead of her brick. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's awesome. Maybe paint her standing in front of the wall of bricks. Do that. Yeah.
Well, she's actually done, and she's on display at the Marquee. She hasn't been turned into a card yet, so it's kind of a little preview of something that hasn't hit yet. So
I'm planning on going there. It's Friday tonight. I'm going tomorrow. I think they open at noon. I think I'm gonna go check it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Sneak peek. Also, that brick. Robbie and I talked about it. That brick was a character in and of itself. When they hit the guy with the brick.
Oh yeah. Marva would have loved that.
She would have, yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
you're welcome.
quick note, Chris. Are those Hot Toys in the background?
I knew
They are. They
I am
are.
so jealous of that. You have no idea.
I've got so many Hot Toys.
Oh my goodness. This is amazing,
just
dude.
keeps going and going.